Hello everyone, my name is Dwight Taylor. Welcome to Spoken by Gary TV. Today is August 26th, it's 6:30 p.m. Today we have a special interview of Gary's own. Patricia, how are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
First, tell our audience who you are.
My name is Patricia Duckworth.
Okay. Were you born here? If not, when did you relocate here?
Yes, I was born here in Gary, Indiana.
Okay, great. What do you have coming up and how can we help you?
Well, I really don't have anything that's coming up. What's on my agenda is trying to make my neighborhood and my block a little bit safer. I was a victim of a home invasion last Tuesday.
Wow.
In broad daylight, someone kicked in my side door around 3 o'clock p.m. We left about 3:10, so we got back about 4:45. It was broad daylight, and they had kicked in the side door, and they took almost everything that I own. And so that's what we're trying to work on, getting the neighborhood a little bit safer. A young lady across the street had expressed to me that prior to my home invasion, her home had been broken into. And then after my home invasion, if you want to pan and look, Sunday evening, somebody threw something and they shattered my front door screen. So that's totally bad and it's totally unacceptable.
I agree. I'm so sorry to hear that. What do you think about the state of the city?
I think the state of the city is really bad for the simple fact that, once again, going back to my home invasion, there were some items that were moved around in my house, and I had requested that they take fingerprints, and I was told that fingerprints is something the city of Gary doesn't necessarily do. They have to have the okay from a supervisor. Then he would send out a forensics team, but clearly there were some items that were moved from one place to the other because the dog had got after them and there was some blood on my door, so it's believed that the dog did nip the person. And even with that DNA, they still was reluctant and did not take, the fingerprints. And had they gotten the fingerprints, they would have been able to catch the person who's been breaking in these houses, and then they would spare other residents of the heartache of having their items, their personal items, stolen, because I feel violated because you came into my personal space, and it's bad enough that you did it in broad daylight when people are outside, but no one knew anything or they're reluctant to tell. So yes, Gary has gotten really, really bad.
Absolutely. I'm so sorry to hear that. What did you expect from the mayor?
Well, what I expect from any mayor is to be very friendly and adjutant with our police force, because it's no secret that we have lost a lot of our cops on the street, and even with our firefighters, it's been told that they are not getting the pay that they should, and they haven't had a raise in over 10 years. And looking at the budget and what everybody is making from top to bottom, there should be provisions for those who are out there sparing their lives of the citizens. And also, I think that we need to be a little bit more vigilant of who we hire on the police force, because you do have outsiders that are coming in, to become cops just to get the experience, and they move on. It's not that Gary is such a bad city or anything like that, where we do have some issues here, but they're just trying to get the experience under their belt so they can move on to another city, and that was their whole agenda. So we need to be a little bit more selective and start hiring some of our own people that live here.
Absolutely, absolutely. How do you know Sihon?
Well, I met Sihon through his cousin, Mr. Rick Blaze. He had invited me to come to 22nd and Madison to a little gathering that he has there every Saturday, and I met Mr. Smith, and he was telling me about his vision and his plans for Gary, and it just really blew my mind.
What type of leader is Sihon?
Sihon is he's a different type of leader, because he's a little bit more hands-on, and he likes to speak with each and every person, and he likes to hear from the individual as a whole, as well as in a group setting. He doesn't go around holding big forums or call to actions. He is an action person. When he heard that my home was broken into, he had sent someone over here, and then he showed up with his whole caravan, walking around. He's even offered a reward to any information leading to, the capture and the return of some of my items. So that really touched my heart, because most people wouldn't do that, or, go in their pocket to offer a reward.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you have any examples of Sihon helping others, like you just mentioned?
Well, yes, when he helped me, I've seen him and I've actually been with him when the young people were killed over in Delaney. He went over there and talked with the mom. He has talked with the people over there. He goes to Delaney every Saturday and he makes sure that they have the things that they need. He's also have instructed with the Sihon for Mayor vans that he allows the drivers to pick up Gary residents, taking them to the doctors, making sure that their, things are done. And also, I think it's awesome what he is doing with looking for the young lady, Diamond, and the nephew, King. He has someone out there every day, looking and working with the volunteer crews. And then when he's not working, he's out there, I'm looking for that. So he's very invested in the city of Gary, and I haven't seen any mayor being a Gary resident, that hands-on with the community, and I just love it.
Absolutely. What type of mayor did you think Sihon will make?
Sihon is going to make a different type of mayor. He's going to bring Gary to a new plateau. I haven't seen any mayor that's actually aggressively going out to big companies like Starbucks, the Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart, trying to bring in big businesses to Gary. Now, it's not saying that they haven't done that, but we see letters and we see the communication between these companies and Mr. Smith that he is soliciting them to, coming to Gary. So it might be done, but it's held, under wraps. And he's a very transparent person. Everything that he does, he, can answer to it, and he has no problem showing whatever. And I just like the fact that he is out here door to door, seeing about the needs of the Gary residents.
Absolutely. What should people do right now?
Right now, go out, register to vote. If you're not registered to vote, get registered, because it's going to take 10 days for your registration to go through. And if you are registered and if you don't feel like going to the polls, call out to Crown Point 755-3000. Ask for the voters registration and have them send an absentee ballot to you, and you can still vote and your vote does count. So that's what we need to do, because only 17% of the Gary citizens voted in the primary. And there's a lot of people that say, well, there's nothing going to be done. Yes, something can be done. Had it not been for Dr. King and for those fighters that came before us that fought for us to have the right to vote, Barack Obama would not be the president of the United States. So just like we got behind Barack Obama and put him in office for 2 terms, we need to get behind Sihon Smith and give this young man a chance. We're not just trying to have all of a sudden just carnivals and different things that put rose-colored glasses on us to think that something is going to be done in Gary. We haven't had anything done in the last 3 years. So we've gave the incumbent a chance, so give this young man a chance.
All right. Any closing statements?
Well, no, I want to know who broke in my house. But no, seriously, I just want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to live in harmony. And most of all, I want everybody to get out and vote, because change starts with us. Because I don't know anybody that has $10,000 or $20,000 where they can just get up and leave and go to another city. So since we are still residents here of Gary, we need to get out and vote for change, because the time is now.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Again, Dwight Taylor of Spoken by Gary TV. If you want to contact Sihon, you can contact him at 219-588-1779. Thank you. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
All right.